Tonight, Governor Soludo congratulates 8th State Assembly on first year of remarkable legislation. Anambra State Legislature passes Environmental Management and Protection and Administration Bill. Federal government cautions organized labor over unrealistic minimum wage. And on the foreign scene, EU court fines Hungary 200 million euros over restrictions on rights to asylum. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Details of the news. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has congratulated the 8th State Assembly for effective legislation and adequate partnership with the executive arm for the actualization of a livable and prosperous Anambra. The governor made the commendation at the State House of Assembly complex in Awka during an event marking the first anniversary of the 8th Assembly. Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Who was represented by his deputy, Dr. Onyeka Bezim, while commending the proactiveness of the 8th Assembly in carrying out its legislative functions, thanked members for being supportive of the vision of the present government towards turning Anambra into a smart mega city in the interest of the residents. Professor Soludo encouraged members of the State House of Assembly to remain focused and maintain the temper of good service to the people, and called for all hands to be on deck in the task of rebuilding the state, as according to him, the task is a collective responsibility.
On behalf of Mr. Governor, we want to congratulate all of us for the cohesion that has gone on in the state. I know the challenges are there, but it's not unsurmountable. We believe as a people that we have no other states than Anambra State.
In an address, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, assured that the 8th Assembly will remain committed to duty and will continue to effectively represent the Anambra, ensure judicious management of the resources of the state, as well as enact people-oriented laws that will ensure the well-being of the people.
I stand before you all, the entire Anambra, on this auspicious day to celebrate an impactful, eventful 1 year of the 8th Assembly. The 8th Assembly, despite the rigors associated with lawmaking, has successfully passed laws that help to shape government policies, provide law and order for the well-being of Anambra.
Earlier in a sermon, the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, and Bishop of Awka Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Bezim, reminded the House of Assembly members that their service is ultimately unto God, whom he said placed them in the position to serve the people, asking them to ensure that their actions in the House reflect the interests of the people, emphasizing that responsible leadership breeds responsible followership, which brings about progress and development in any society or nation. The prelate called on leaders to learn to lead well and the citizens to always obey authorities and laws governing the land as commanded by God for the progress and development of the society. In various interviews, the member representing Ayamelmu at the State House of Assembly, Honorable Bernard Udemezue, his Njikoka constituency 1 counterpart, Honorable Chidiebele Ibemeka, while listing their various achievements for their constituents in the past year, promised to represent their people better in the subsequent years. For the traditional ruler of Osomala community in Obaru Council area, Igwe Victor Awogu, and the member Board of Trustees of ABGA and one-time Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Chief Major Ume, the 8th Assembly has demonstrated remarkable legislation with several bills passed into law aimed at achieving a better society for the masses, and expressed hope that the House members will perform better. From the State House of Assembly in Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
As the Anambra State 8th Assembly marks 1 year in office, the Speaker, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, says the Assembly's greatest achievement is a spirit of unity and love in their legislative duty for the benefit of Indian Anambra. Right Honorable Udeze made this statement during yesterday's plenary session commemorating the first anniversary, which coincided with Nigeria's Democracy Day. Emmanuel Chiwata has details.
Speaker, the 8th Assembly has excelled in lawmaking, constituency relations, and oversight functions, having passed 14 bills, 11 of which have been signed into law. He also disclosed that the House has recorded over 60 people-oriented and development-driven resolutions, and that lawmakers have attracted significant projects through the state government. He expressed gratitude to Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his executive support of the Assembly and called on Nigerian leaders to reflect on the sacred services rendered by past heroes for the benefit of the masses. The Speaker thanked Nigerians and leaders for their efforts in restoring democracy, which has ensured the rule of law and improved the legal system, justice, and respect for humanity. During the plenary, lawmakers spoke about the achievements. The Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Chukwuma Okoye, the Majority Leader, Sir Ikenna Ofodeme, and the Chief Whip, Barrister Jude Ngobili, stated that the 8th Assembly embodies true unionism irrespective.
Mr. Speaker, I rejoice because of among the laws you read, which is especially the private College of Nursing and Midwifery, the law. It's already been clear that the handwriting is open, that it is progressive.
One of the first motions I move at the floor of this assembly is for the governor to complete the roads that were abandoned in my constituency, and that is Ezego Ubahekwe Akwa Road, which leads to the famous Osaka Seaport.
The Governor and the Speaker for their maximum support of the Assembly and their constituents for trusting them with the mandate to represent, assuring that they will not disappoint. On their part, the Minority Leader, Honorable John Bosco Akebobi, the member representing Ogbaro Constituency 1, Honorable Nobu Igwe, and his Anyosha Constituency 1 counterpart, Honorable Nkechi Obuefi, along with Engineer Iman Wafo, representing Orumba South Constituency, emphasized the significance of the one-year mark, adding that the House is now highly regarded. They highlighted the achievements in both the chamber and their constituencies, describing the 8th Assembly as robust, while commending the Governor for demonstrating capacity in serving the people of the state across all sectors. From the State House of Assembly, Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
Anambra State House of Assembly has passed the Environmental Management Protection and Administration Bill in 2024. This is sequel to Governor Chukwuma Soludo's assent to 11 bills passed by the Assembly. House of Assembly correspondent Emmanuel Shibata reports that the bill passed during the plenary session seeks to provide a legal framework for the management, protection and sustainability of the environment in Anambra State. The bill scaled the third reading after deliberation and consideration at the Committee of the Whole, where the Majority Leader, Sir Ikenna Ofodeme, moved the motion for the third reading and passage, which was seconded by the member representing Nnewi North constituency, Honorable Augustine Ike. The Speaker, Right Honorable Somto Chukwudeze, read the bill for the third time and announced its passage after it garnered wide support from the lawmakers. He appreciated the legislators for their efforts throughout the stages of the bill, saying that it truly reflects their commitment to making Anambra a better place. The Managing Director of Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, ASHA, Dr. Simeon Onyemochi, has said that the agency and community pharmacists played an integral role in the way to go in ensuring improved health conditions for the people through health insurance scheme that helps in achieving universal health coverage, a fundamental human right. Dr. Onyemochi made this known in his keynote speech at the 33rd Annual Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, ACPN, Anambra State Chapter. Joseph Ibocha has details.
Onyemaechi described universal health coverage as a dream, journey and destination that requires the involvement of major stakeholders in the health sector. He added that the health coverage which ASHA is helping to achieve in Anambra is such that everybody everywhere will have access to healthcare services that are of sufficient quality to be effective without suffering financial hardship. On the role of community pharmacists in the administration of ASHA, Dr. Onyemaechi said there are members engaged to provide ASHA facilities with quality assured medicines for enrollees, adding that to ensure that out-of-pocket syndrome does not hamper ASHA operations, the agency has linkages with some community pharmacists across the state where ASHA enrollees can visit and get medications if the drugs are not in any of its facilities. He said community pharmacists can collaborate with ASHA for more impact through community outreach health programs, as well as using their reach and services to get more people enrolled in the scheme by referring those having challenges in purchasing prescribed medications. He said that Governor Chukwuma Soludo, instead of an upward review of money for enrollment, has instead increased subsidies for the scheme to ensure that the program continues.
It's a dream, as well as a joy, a desired destination.
In his remark, the Anambra State Chairman of ACPN, pharmacist Henry Ilo, said the event provided an opportunity to critique ASHA operations in the state and chart a way forward, especially how to get pharmacists' inputs in the overall well-being of patients, ASHA enrollees, citizens and residents of the state. Earlier, the chairman of the occasion, pharmacist Ikemodu, said that low budgetary allocation, limited knowledge at the subnational level, and high out-of-pocket expenditure are challenges to health insurance policy and called for strategic collaboration to address them.
The second issue is ensuring that we provide cost-effective healthcare solutions so that we can reduce the burden on hospitals and other healthcare systems.
Some participants at the event, including a one-time chairman of the association in the state, pharmacist Uche Abakama, secretary of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter, pharmacist Onyeka Obidiegwu, and a fellow of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, pharmacist Ifanyo Keke, said integrating community pharmacists in providing services to ASHA enrollees will boost the operation of the agency.
Well, my expectations are that going forward, community pharmacists in Anambra State are very important in delivering the health insurance program of the government.
The national chairman of the association, pharmacist Adewale Oladibolu, was represented at the event by the national financial secretary of ACPN, pharmacist Obagile Ikwu team. The conference had as its theme innovative strategies for expanding community pharmacy services in Anambra, a pathway to universal health coverage. In Oka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
The federal government and National Assembly have been called to urgently address the unprecedented and excruciating economic hardship in the country, which is bringing every household to its knees and increasing a high rate of diseases and death of Nigerians. The Bishop on the Niger, Right Reverend Owen Nwokolo, made the call during the Bishop's charge delivered to the third session of the 32nd Synod of Diocese on the Niger at St. Christopher's Church, Odabu, Onitsha. Staff reporter Gochuku Oranu has status.
The church, which was colorfully decorated to reflect the occasion, was filled to capacity with people from all walks of life, including bishops, the clergy, top government officials, knights of the church, among others. Bishop Nwokolo tasked people not to waste whatever talent given to them by God. Rather, they should invest in things that are productive to help the society, calling on those who provide essential duties not to deviate from it, and encourage everyone to do their parts in the little corners they find themselves.
Everything we own belongs to God. Our life, talent, our money, everything, they all come from God. The Lord expects that they be put into use.
In a sermon, the Bishop of Ohaji Eboma Diocese, Right Reverend Chidi Okparojako, said that Christians are called to be fruitful, as fruitfulness imparts on lives, and reminded the congregation that they must give account of their lives someday.
The text of the synod captured 3 individuals, usually with different abilities. The first 2 were very faithful, and the assignment were fruitful. If not one was not faithful, his assignment was successful. He successfully kept the one talent given to him. He didn't depreciate, didn't diminish. It was still one talent, but it was not faithful, and was funded.
The priest in charge of Onitsha, Archdeaconry, Venerable Marcel Eme, who thanked God for the success of the synod, told people to be faithful in executing whatever responsibility given to them. Some parishioners of St. Christopher Church, Odabu, Onitsha, Sir Kingsley Obadike and Sir Uche Ifeanyi, said the success of the synod was a matter of sacrifice and urged the Anglican faithful to put into practice everything they garnered from the synod to make their work fruitful. The community mass choir, who sang melodiously during the Thanksgiving, took people down memory lane on the establishment of Christ Church in the area, which helped in spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ in the diocese. Cutting of synod cake, pulling funds for University on the Niger, and blessing of the community by Bishop Nwokolo featured during the third session of the 32nd Synod Thanksgiving that has the theme, Christian Stewardship. Ogochukwu Orano for ABS News.
The Deputy Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Chukwuma Okoye, has been commended for complementing the efforts of the state government in improving healthcare service provision in the state. The state lawmaker was particularly commended for constructing a brand new primary health center in Uru village, Mbako, in Awka South Council area. Chibuzo Obidike filed the report.
To the Minister of Health, Primary Health Care, and also the community in Jesus' name. Yeah.
Commissioning the project, the Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam, praised Right Honorable Okoye for meeting the needs of the people and revealed that the facility is a laudable project that will increase easy access to healthcare services, especially with the free antenatal and delivery services of the state government. Commissioner Obidike, who assured full utilization of the facility in no distant time, enjoined the people to always assess the primary health care centers in their locality and avoid self-medication and unlicensed health workers and facilities. He also called on well-to-do individuals to partner with the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency through its adoption model to enlist less privileged people in their communities into the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme.
And that is what Apuga government is all about. Apuga government is all about for progressive. That is totally what it's all about. What the governor is preaching about progressive, true progressives, is in order to build government of progressive.
The Executive Secretary of Anambra State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Pharmacist Chisom Uchem, applauded the quality and design of the center, which according to her is the best in the state, as she advised the community to ensure proper ownership of the project. Handing over the keys of the facility to the state government and the community, Right Honorable Okoye said that he was moved to erect and see to the operation of the facility because of the challenges the people of the community face in accessing primary health care services. He also explained that the project is a way to complement the state government's efforts in revitalizing the health sector and to secure the lives of his constituents, assuring that he will continue to fund projects and initiatives that have a direct impact to the people.
Ideological going with it. This is part of the livable human. When you see one of them health care center, they have long. You can't prescribe drug for yourself. When they make you better on you go with no no with. I do number for antinatals in the one free
On behalf of the community, its spokesperson, Mr. Nwokediuko Okpala, thanked the lawmaker for his tireless efforts at improving the living standards of the people and the development of the town, and stated that the primary health care center is indeed another laudable project that will benefit the community hugely. The chairman of All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA in Mbauku Ward, Comrade Shadrach Ezilo, apologized for the community's poor performance in the support of APGA in the last elections and promised that they have charted a new course that will deliver the community to APGA in coming elections, as they are ready to welcome over 700 vacants into the party.
When ABS Evening News returns, federal government cautioned organized labor over unrealistic minimum wage. EU court fines Hungary 200 million euros over restrictions on rights to asylum. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
The world needs moms. With a splash of golden terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra Oil.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. The federal government has admonished organized labor to consider the broader economic implications of its push for an unrealistic higher national minimum wage. The Minister for Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who handed down the admonition, hinted that the 250,000 naira minimum wage demanded by labor could undermine the economy, lead to mass retrenchment of workers, and jeopardize the welfare of Nigerians. However, the labor union refuted President Bola Tinubu's claims during his Democracy Day broadcast on Wednesday that an agreement had been reached on the new national minimum wage. Acting President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Prince Adewale Adeyanju, said that as of the time negotiations ended on June 7th, no agreement had been reached by the tripartite committee on the national minimum wage. Adeyanju is acting on behalf of the NLC President Joe Ajero, who is attending an International Labour Organization conference in Geneva, Switzerland. On the foreign scene, the European Court of Justice has ordered Hungary to pay a lump sum of 200 million euros over the country's long-standing restrictions on the right to asylum. Additionally, Hungary would have to pay 1 million euro per day of delay. The money will be automatically subtracted for Hungary's allocated share of the EU budget, part of which remain frozen over similar legal problems. The failure to fulfill obligations constitutes an unprecedented and exceptionally serious breach of EU law, the ECJ said in a press release. The dispute dated back to December 2020, when the court first ruled that Hungary, under Prime Minister Viktor Orban, has limited access to asylum procedures for those seeking international protection in the country, making it virtually impossible to file applications. The Hungarian authorities were also sanctioned for unlawfully keeping asylum seekers in so-called transit zone under conditions that amounted to detention and violating their rights to appeal. In sport, the Confederation of African Football CAF has announced that the draw for the 2025 African Cup of Nations AFCON will hold in Johannesburg, South Africa on July 4th. The draw ceremony, according to CAF, will be conducted at SuperSport Studios in South Africa. 52 countries will be drawn into 12 groups of 4 teams, each to battle it out for places at the finals. The qualifiers are scheduled to kick off in September 2024 to determine the 24 nations that will compete for honors in Morocco 2025. In attendance will be selected CAF legends, representatives of the participating teams, members of the local organizing committee for Total Energy African Cup of Nations Morocco 2025, among others. Côte d'Ivoire won the last edition of the AFCON, scaling past Nigeria 2-1 in the finals. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On X at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main points again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has congratulated 8th State Assembly on first year of remarkable legislation. Anambra State Legislature has passed Environmental Management Promotion and Administration Bill. Federal government has cautioned labor over unrealistic minimum wage. And on the foreign scene, we told you EU court has fined Hungary 200 million euros over restrictions on right to asylum. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.